Wideband Ethernet. In 1985, the Computer Society of the IEEE started a project called Project 802 to set standards to enable internet communication among equipment from a variety of manufacturers. Project 9802 is a way of specifying functions of the physical layer and the data link layer of major LAN protocol. IEEE standard for LANs. In the data link layer, we have the LLC, framing flow control, error control, Ethernet, MAC, token ring MAC, token bus MAC, is a framing specific access method, and the physical layer, Ethernet physical layer, token link physical layer, and token bus physical layer. Dependent on the implementation and type of physical media used. HDRD Flame compared with LLC and MAC frames. High-level data link control, a bit-oriented protocol for communication over point-to-point and multi-point links. DSAP means Destination Service Access Point, and SSAP means Source Service Access Point. The address to control the upper layer, and FPS frame check sequence. Standard Ethernet. The original Ethernet was created in 1976 at Xerox Palo Alto Research Center. Since then, it had gone through 4 generations. We briefly discussed the standard or traditional Ethernet in this section. 902.3 McFrame, 56 bits of alternating 1 second and 0 6 alert timing post. SFD start frame delimiter flags means 10 10 10 11. Primable SFD destination address, source address, lane or type data, and packaging CRC. Access the method. Oh, sorry. Exit the method 1. Resistant CSMAD-CD. Multiple access collision detection. The broadcast destination address is space shortcut of the multicast address in which all bits are one set. You can see in this picture, physical layer encoding and decoding. Category of Standard Ethernet. Standard Ethernet Common Implementation. 10 base 5. Bustic coaxial. 10 base 2. Busting coaxial. 10 base T. Star UDP. 10 base F. Star fiber. And this another one, encoding in standard Ethernet implementation. 10 megabit per second data in Manchester encoder with a switched pair of fibers. The standard implementation uses digital signaling or baseband at 10 megabit per second. 10 base 5 implementation. You can see in this picture, tens mean 10 megabit per second, fives mean 500 mate. It's baseband or digital. And 10 base 2 implementation. 2 is not 200 mate but is 185 mate. It's also digital baseband. And the thin coaxial cable maximum is 185. 10 base T implementation. T means sweetest pair. You can see in this picture two pair of UDD cable in the 10 base T hub, and another one 10 base F implementation. F means the fiber. It's also the digital or baseband. In the 10 base F hub, you use a two fiber optic cable. Summary of standard Ethernet implementation. Characteristic: media, maximum length and line coding. You can see in this table, and all the implementation is use a Manchester encoding, and the the longer length is 10 base F. Change in the standard. The 10 megabit per second standard Ethernet has gone through several changes before moving to the higher data rates. This change actually opened the road to the evolution of Ethernet to become compatible with other high data lengths. Rising the bandwidth. A bridge divided network bandwidth while each network is independent. Figure sharing bandwidth. You can see how to sharing bandwidth in this graph. 10 megabit per second, one frame. A network without a bridge in another one pictures. You can see without bridge and with bridge I means collision domains in an unbridged network and a bridged network. In a domain of without bridging, a separation of collision domain. You can see is the difference of without bridge and with breathing. Switch Ethernet. Bridge LAN. A switch LAN. Multiple bleed. A port switch band with 5 megabit per second. Each collision in domain. Full duplex switch Ethernet. You can see in this picture the 10 base 5 and 10 base 2 is a half duplex. 10 base 3 is a full duplex. Known as the Bay SED. Fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet was designed to compete with LAN protocols such as FDDI or Fiber Channel. IEEE created Fast Ethernet under the name 802.3u. Fast Ethernet is backwards compatible with standard Internet, but it can transmit data 10 times faster than a rate of 100 megabits per second. The goal of Fast Ethernet upgrade the data rate to 10 megabits per second, make compatible with standard Ethernet, keep the same 40-bit address, and same frame format. Minimum and maximum frame rate is the same. Fast Ethernet physical layer. Fast Ethernet topology. You see two types, point to point and the star. And another one, fast Ethernet implementation. Is that three implementation? 100 braid TX, 100 braid effect, and 100 braid T4. Encoding for fast Ethernet implementation. You can see this picture is use MLT3 encoder and NRCi encoder with two fiber and two UDP categories. 5. Summary of fast Ethernet implementation. You can see in this uh, table in the characteristic media, number of bytes, maximum length, block encoding, and line encoding. You can see it. 100 bit TH use Cat5 UDP or SCP. 10 bit effect use fiber. 10 base T4 use Cat4 UDP. Number 5 2 to 4. Maximum length is the same, it's 100 MB. Block encoding, chain based CX and FX. Use 4B5B. Line coding. Use FLC3 in chain based CX. And use NRCI in train based FX. Gigabit Ethernet. The need for even higher data rate results in the size of Gigabit Ethernet Protocol. The IEEE, the IEEE committee called the standard of 802.3c. The Grow Gigabit Ethernet upgrade data rate, make compatible with standard file Ethernet, use the same bit, same frame format, same maximum, and to support auto-codification as defined in fast Ethernet. This is topology of gigabit. You can use point-to-point star, two star, and hierarchical star. Gigabit Ethernet implementation. Gigabit Ethernet implementation is 1000 bit SX, 1000 bit LX, 1000 bit CX, and 1000 bit T. It's used 2 wide shortband fiber, 2 wide long wave fiber, 2 wide copper SDP, 4 wide UDP. You can see the pictures. And this is picture to how encoding the gigabit Ethernet implementation. The 10-bit SX, LX, and CX is due to fiber of STP. Use the line coding with NRC, but an 1000 base T is used duty-free cable with a 4D PAMS encoder and decoder. But SSLXCX use 8B108 block encoder and decoder. The summary of Gigabit Ethernet implementation. You can see the pictures, what they use. You can see the 10 base CA is the shortest maximum length is 25 meters. Thank you.